Welcome back. To all you've been here before, and those who are new to the channel, this channel is the new, bold Oola Life channel. This channel is dedicated to promoting people to seek new challenges, make bold choices, and keep it balanced, aka Oola. Enjoy this episode. Let's get bold. Today I'm with my co-host, David Newbold. Say hi.
Yo.
Yes, in case you're wondering, we played off his name to name this channel. I'm Ransom Davenport, and no, I was not kidnapped as a child.
So how many times have you heard that one?
Brother, too many times. But to find out how I did get my name, go to episode 2, What's in a Name? The Ransom one. Last week we concluded with the subject of field. This week we will continue on the most important F's of Oola, faith. I know what you may be thinking. I don't want to hear about religion. I get that. David gets that too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
But we recognize, as Oola does, that faith is not exclusively a religious term. To really find out what faith could mean, I took a look at it to get some clarity. The first place I started off was, where else would you start? The dictionary. And faith is defined in the dictionary simply as this: confidence or trust in a person or thing. I also found that faith has been defined as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now this is from a letter to the group of people, and it's called Hebrews, and it's in the ancient wisdom texts we call the Bible. St. Augustine, an ancient teacher and writer who still influences one of the greatest spiritual movements in the world to date, states, "Faith is to believe what you do not see. The reward of faith is to see what you believe." I can see your wheels turning. What do you think of that last one?
I like it.
It's pretty good.
So remind me, wasn't there something that came up about excluding faith from the first Oola book?
Yeah, the Oola guys, as they like to be called, were challenged with this big temptation. The big publisher that they went to have this published said, in his opinion, it would be well received, but they needed to exclude two things. First was this name Oola. Got to get rid of that. And they were like, no, we like that name. We want to keep it. And he's like, okay, but this second thing has to go. It's this thing about faith. You got to take it out of the entire book. The guys couldn't do that. You know, through their personal faith experience, they had come to the conclusion that God, aka the universe, has destined everyone for a great life, a purpose, and a plan. So they couldn't, in good conscience, exclude faith.
So is that when they thanked the publisher for consideration but decided to self-publish?
You got it. Their faith in the unseen things produced what they had believed for. Oola.
So I know I've had similar experiences where I've believed for things I did not have yet, but felt compelled to believe I would have them. I know you've experienced this too. Would you share the story?
Oh man, I would love to. So back around 2003, I'm just gonna be fully transparent. I was living this, how do you put it, just really crazy emotional life where I was seeking to be, we're PG-13, so fulfilled by women and sex. And it was after becoming just really extremely sick physically. I can't explain it. It was kind of like flu-like symptoms. It wasn't COVID. It wasn't COVID at that time. Becoming sick, I come to realize it had something to do with my relational choices. This small, still voice told me I had to stop this behavior, commit myself to celibacy, and seek him. I was like, who? Who's him? What is this? I came to realize later on it was the God of the Bible, the spirit of the universe. So I was like, okay, so if you're real, you gotta prove yourself.
You actually said that?
Yeah, brother, I did. Not only did I say that, I said, if I'm gonna commit myself to celibacy, recommit myself to this, then you got to give me what I want. I can almost just like feel this like smiling voice as it said, oh, go ahead. Like it knew this was going to happen. I was like, fine then. Yeah, so I'll rattle it off these 10 characteristics. She had to be brunette with blue eyes, Caucasian. She had to love her family very much, be holistic, health conscientious. I wanted her to be smart with finances, business minded, a Christian. Okay, I'm going to level with you. I didn't really care about that, but I thought, for the most part, they had really good morals. She had to be independent, no clingy chicks. I'd been there before, done that. No, thank you. But I didn't want a floozy. She had to be dependable, loyal. I didn't want her running around. But here's the kicker, man. This is where I thought I was going to get it. I said, you're going to realize, I'm in my mid-20s saying this. I'm not going to find anybody who's mid-20s. They're going to be a little older, something like that. I said, okay, she's got to be a virgin. Boom. I figured that was a mic drop, man, right?
Okay. So, yeah, that was pretty specific.
Well, gosh, yeah, you bet, man. I was tired of not getting what I wanted. And I figured if this God that everybody talked about was so great, the preachers talked about, this should be no problem, for him or her. I was at that place. I wasn't sure. Is it masculine, feminine? I have no clue. So, now, let's fast forward. Where's 2003? Late 2004, I meet this woman, Sharon Newbold. Yeah, your sister, right? Yeah, that's it, man. And so we just started hanging out. Next thing I know, we're starting to date. It's 2005. And shortly after this, I was reminded. It was like that small, still voice again. He says, this is her. I was like, what? And so I went through my head and listed off those 10 characteristics, and it was like, check all boxes. So it was pretty powerful, man.
Okay. So she was exactly what you prayed for?
Oh yeah, man. You've heard of mail order bride, right?
Yeah.
Well, this was my prayer ordered bride.
Prayer ordered bride. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this could become, a pretty good movie or book.
I'm working on that. Hush, hush. Don't tell anybody. Oh, crap. We're recording this, aren't we? The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
So, man, what do you think? I trust your opinion. Is this a good story of faith?
Yeah, I think so. It showed confidence in something, and it demonstrated what Augustine said about faith. To believe what you do not see, with the reward being to see what you believe.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing about it. Myself, Dave, and Troy, we all got a great reward for that. So I'm going to challenge everybody out there who sees this episode to use this faith principle. And the challenge goes like this. I want you to believe for things that you haven't seen and hope that you will get them. I don't know. The reward could be massive.
It certainly could be. Okay, so Ransom, it looks like it's about time to bring this episode to a close.
Yeah.
But really, thank you for sharing your story with us.
Hey, you're welcome. And thank you to all you out there who tuned in today. Make sure to come back next week when we will continue our discussion of faith. We have an interview lined up you're not going to want to miss. I got this guy, Phil Major, who is a former Army chaplain. Now, I chose Phil because of this diverse experience as a chaplain. He had to speak to people, not just Christians, but everybody of any kind of imaginable diverse faith background you can believe. It's an interview you're not going to want to miss.
Okay. All right, so that's it this time. If you have any questions for Ransom or me, let us know in the comments below. As Ransom mentioned, we've got a great interview lined up for next week we feel you will find extremely valuable. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Until next Friday, remember to seek new challenges, make bold choices, and keep it balanced. Cheers.
Cheers, man.